Join us for that. Welcome back to the final part of GP Racing Dream, and now time for race 2 for the Aprilia Superteens. Can TJ Toms here on the SMW Racing Aprilia go out with a bang and win his final race in the class? Max Cook there, currently looking at second in the championship, number 30. Will he be on the top step, or can Charlie Atkins make it? Well, Charlie's actually lucky to make it onto the grid. It was looking pretty bad for him in between races. It looked like the bike had gone pop. They've actually borrowed another engine from somebody else in the paddock just to get him out onto the grid. So he is there, number 56. Look out also for Freddie Crane, who led the championship before the start of the weekend, but might not after. Into turn 1 we go. It's number 56 then. And whatever has happened there, the bike looks okay for now. He's got the whole shot into turn 1 ahead of TJ Toms. Then it's Max Cook in third place. A good start there for Jack Scott once more from the second row, but it will be Atkins with the advantage from Toms. Then 30 Cook up the inside there for number 55 Jack Scott. Freddie Crane also there in around about 6th or 7th place. Number 78 is Matt Bauer. Connor Thompson, number 9, also there, and number 99 Christopher Moffat. So we come to the end of the Bentley Straight, and it's Charlie Atkins that has this advantage there. Number 56 up ahead of TJ Toms. Max Cook there thought about a look up the inside, but didn't quite manage it. Then a bit of a gap back to 4th place Jack Scott. Freddie Crane there, also number 46 Harry Phillips in 6th place. There's Matt Bauer once again. A better start this time also for Max Lofthouse and Rhys Irwin. Rams the bomb hole, a number of orange vests of course in this class for all of these rookies, and one of them leading at the moment, number 56, the tiny Charlie Atkins, who really is climbing the championship standings. This is the battle for 4th place onwards. Number 55 Jack Scott ahead of Freddie Crane, but it's Atkins, Toms and Cook, then Scott, then Freddie Crane, then number 46 Harry Phillips and 99 Chris Moffat. That's your top 7 across the line. TJ Toms then in 2nd place, who won the race earlier on. Max Cook in 3rd, all trying to chase down 56 Atkins. He was practically in tears about 30 minutes before the start of this race because he wasn't going to be able to go out, but they've been working overtime to get this bike ready, and look at this. He's flying at the moment. There's Matt Bauer, number 78, up ahead of Max Lofthouse. Number 9, Connor Thompson, just struggling a little bit in this race compared to, I must have made a mistake somewhere out on circuit, not where we're used to seeing him. There's TJ Toms and Max Cook then, 2nd and 3rd, behind number 56. They're struggling to keep up with him at the moment. He's lapping in the low 1:31s, and a moment ago popped in a late 1:30. And that's the best time we've seen so far of the day, whereas TJ Toms and Max Cook in 2nd and 3rd are lapping in the mid to late 1:31s. So if Charlie Atkins can keep this up, he might just be able to gap himself from the rest, and you can see it's already happening across the line. 56 Atkins from Toms, then Max Cook, the KJD racing rider. Cook just needs a solid day at the office here for a big bunch of points that will help him out in the championship. Charlie Atkins wasn't at the opening round of the championship in Brands Hatch, so he's got a bit of catching to do, I suppose, overall in the championship. So a win here wouldn't go amiss. 4th place, the battle still continuing between Jack Scott and Freddie Crane. Here is number 98. That is Brian Moffat, and then Matt Bauer. Number 78, the rider from Sheffield on the MD Racing Aprilia. Then number 9, Connor Thompson from Hawley on the CRT Racing Aprilia. Well, they're all so far staying in the same place. Max Cook in 3rd place is kind of maintaining that gap to TJ Toms, but not able to claw anything into it. He's not been able to make a move on TJ just yet, although that might be a chance because TJ was wide down into Murray's, and now Max Cook might see an opportunity on the start-finish straight. These guys are losing time on Atkins, who goes across the line, and it's a 1:30.9 for Atkins and a 1:31.5 for TJ Toms. So another couple of attempts made up there. Toms is still in 2nd place though, rider there with the yellow wheels. in his final race in the Superteens. Max Cook on the KJD Racing Aprilia for now staying in 3rd place. This is your race leader, Atkins. He's so small on the grid that when he's got his foot down on the floor, his other foot is pretty much on the seat of the motorcycle. That is how tiny he is. And I remember a few riders way back when the series first started. If you remember, the late great Craig Jones was in a very similar position back in about 1999. He was pint size when he first started his Aprilia career. Ooh, slightly wide there from Charlie Atkins, number 56, but he's still in control of this second Aprilia Superteen race. Going around the bomb hole there, slightly wide through there as well, but so far so good. TJ Tom still in 2nd with Max Cook shadowing his every move in 3rd place. Then we pan back to 4th and 5th. There's Jack Scott and Freddie Crane. Freddie will be hoping that he gets any of these bike troubles out of the way, ready for Cadwell Park, our next round. It's a bit wide there from Charlie Atkins, and sounds like a missed gear as well on the start-finish straight. So maybe an opportunity here for TJ Toms and Max Cook in 2nd and 3rd. There's Charlie Atkins' dad giving him a sort of fist-pump encouragement on the pit lane. He's still so far in charge overall in this race, and the borrowed engine is working a treat. This is the battle for 4th. Still Jack Scott, number 55 from Luton, up ahead. Oh, he was, but he's not anymore. Ramsey, Isle of Man is where Freddie Crane hails from on the Jugger Racing Aprilia, and he's managed to find his way through now to 4th. There is 24. Max Lofthouse currently in 8th place. The rookie, Max, who comes from Burnley, but still 56 Atkins managing to hold out this 1.8 second gap at the front. Ahead of TJ Toms, who's a bit wide there, although he has broken away a bit there from Max Cook in 3rd. This is Scott and Crane who continue to fight it out. Now Jack Scott's got himself back ahead of Freddie Crane again, and it's 56 Charlie Atkins who will start this final lap of the race here at Snetterton, and that's around about a 2 and a bit second lead now for him. And Tom's there in 2nd place, looks comfortable. Max Cook not been able to do anything about these two out front, so it looks like he's going to have to settle for 3rd place. And that battle for 4th will no doubt continue between Jack Scott and Freddie Crane. So into Montreal for Charlie Atkins, neatly done, nice line through there. Change direction of the bike onto the back straight. He can barely reach the handlebars on this Aprilia 125 production motorcycle. He's riding it like he stole it, and he is flying out front at the moment, clearing off into the distance. This is 24. We mentioned him a moment ago, Max Lofthouse. He's currently behind Harry Phillips and Chris Moffat. He's just in 8th place. Jack Scott and Freddie Crane, we mentioned, and we already know, in 4th and 5th, respectively. This is Atkins then. Not long to go. Around the bomb hole. Through there, nicely does it. Just literally rolled off the throttle slightly, and TJ Toms has actually closed the gap down a bit on this final lap, but it's not enough. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to Charlie now. Max Cook has been dropped and is definitely settling for 3rd overall. On to the start-finish straight we go though. The checkered flag has been made ready, and despite the borrowed machinery, Charlie Atkins says thank you very much. 25 points. That's a win in both the main class and the Nitro Newcomers as well. 2nd overall for number 7 TJ Toms. It'll be close in the championship when we see the point standings in a moment, and it is Max Cook that finishes in 3rd and is 2nd of the newcomers. Freddie Crane, a good solid 4th there for him under the circumstances, ahead of Jack Scott, and it's Harry Phillips that finishes in 6th. Top 3 overall then, Atkins the winner from Toms and Cook, and the Nitro Newcomers top 3 is Atkins from Cook and Jack Scott. Let's see the championship standings then before we have a word with them. TJ Toms it is, with a 10-point lead ahead of Max Cook, who's level on points with Charlie Atkins. Freddie Crane 4th, Jack Scott 5th, Connor Thompson in 6th. In the Nitro Newcomers, it's Cook 5 points ahead of Charlie Atkins, Jack Scott in 3rd, Connor Thompson 4th, Rhys Irwin 5th, and Harry Phillips in 6th. 3rd place in the Nitro Newcomers. Jack, you look very happy with that. A good way to end the day.
Yeah, it's a good way to end the day. It was a great battle with Freddie and that. Yeah, it's good.
Have you got anyone to thank at all?
Yeah, Mum, Dad, Tool Centre for all the help, Nick and Sophie, Rick for helping us, and everyone else, and Aprilia, Dunlop and Thundersport.
Max, it's been a good weekend for you. You've picked up some valuable points.
Yeah, I guess it was a good race and it should be a good rest of the season, but this time I've actually been able to pick up a few points and finish all of the races this time, so it's been a good weekend.
TJ, it's your farewell race from the Aprilia Superteens and from this paddock for now anyway, and it's been a great time. Unfortunately, you couldn't quite get the win, but I'm sure you're happy to be on the podium nonetheless.
Yeah, that's what we wanted. We're just ending it on a high. I had some great battles at the start with Charlie, and then he sort of left me. But yeah, it was a good race. The wind's picking up a bit, but it was really good and fun. So yeah, thank you. I'd like to thank my mum and dad, Nan and Grandad, Sean Wynn from SMW, Johnson's Metals, Skills Direct, K&B Motors, Steve Windsor, SRC, Swindon Karting, YMCA, and anybody else that's helped me in the season, and Aprilia Dunlop Thundersport.
Very best of luck to you, TJ. And now we move on to race winner Charlie Atkins. Charlie, you came into a paddock office about half an hour before your race. It didn't look like you were going to get out at all. You looked down in the dumps and look at you on the top step.
Yeah, we was worrying if we was going to get out or not. I was about to get changed and we just got all our stuff ready, and then the red flag, and so we got the tyre warmers on and we was all ready to go, but it was a new engine from Thomas and his dad Neil Burnett, so a big thanks to them, and we've gone out and it's done well.
That's it from us here at Snetterton. Join us again next month for more racing action. We'll be at Cadwell Park in Lincoln. See you then.